Hello and welcome back to Knight of the Blackwater. I am Ben, and today we have round 4 from the UK Nationals with, on the right, the troll of the Facebook community for Game of Thrones, Darren Hazelton, playing Night's Watch Fealty, and he's up against Kevin Richardson, who's playing Martel Lion. Now, your eyes do not deceive you from the intro to this video, and your ears do not deceive you. This is round 4, because unfortunately round 3, the video didn't quite work properly. We lost about 5-10 minutes off the end. It didn't really seem worth putting it up. So, yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. So, we have the initial flops. We have a Shield of the Wall, we have Howder, and we have the Wall. And against that, Kevin has Gaston Grey, a Rose Road, and a Desert Scavenger. So not a good start there from Kevin. I'm pretty sure he mulliganed. And pretty much the perfect start for Darren.
Or if you milk one of my extensions, then yeah, no, I think you got 5.
So picking the first pot. And we have Here to Serve into Long Plan. So assuming here Darren's going to go and get Maester Aemon. And they're rolling to see who wins initiative. And I believe Darren won the dice off and chose Kev to be first player. And Aemon is found immediately. So Darren, they're pretty much having well, he's had a pretty damn good start. Let's put it that way. And they draw up. So Kevin here has 5 gold plus the reducer, and he's going to try and play out. Darren is only having 3 gold at the moment, but he does also have the reduction for the Steward of the Wall. Currently, he's lacking Darren is lacking a military icon, which I think is probably the most important thing here.
Not breach. I guess I'm gonna.
Kevin are always a very someone who takes his time to think about his options before he plays any cards out. And Darren there with the lovely Clown Crane playmat.
it's just annoying. That annoys me.
I think Kev has actually passed.
Why do you think that annoys me?
He's going to sit on all the gold.
Especially as I know you can bounce these limb. So it makes it hard to plan around.
Yes, that is my idea. It would be with you.
Kev saying that's quite annoying there because obviously he knows that Kev can just bounce things in. Now we're Fealty out for I think is that Eastwatch by the Sea. 1+1 reserve, and when dominance ends, draw a card. And a shout out to Mason, who is Twitch on. So,
So you can do all 3.
barring a Valor here, this is Darren's got a pretty good setup already. He probably can't be aggressive really because Gaston Grey. I mean, he probably could with like the Steward of the Wall, but maybe.
Sure. Well, I suppose in terms of your hand size, it's fine. But yes, we say. Black mills, what's
So we have the Desert Scavenger coming in to attack. I'm wondering here if potentially going to see a Hotar.
Yeah, 5.
So Darren's going to defend with the Shadow Tower Mason. So Darren wins and Kev collects another gold.
Could not defend it.
There's always that moment, especially when you're playing against Martell, of what tricks have you got? This seems too simple. So we have an intrigue from the Steward of the Wall. Darren getting ready with a I'm about to say an honor token, but it is an honor token technically. Getting ready with the power, and indeed does claim a power. Kevin making his reaction. And we have Ariane Martell taken for claim. And I imagine Darren is going to pass there because Hodor and Maester Aemon are both far too important to throw into challenges. And indeed, he kneels the wall, gains 2 power.
Don't have treachery, mate.
I'm thinking Kev here has Dom because he has
Who's Dom?
a bucket load of gold. Maybe not actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So tie Dom. Yeah, I believe that is Eastwatch by the Sea. Just while they're picking the second plots, I'd like to thank all my Patreon supporters who help make this video coming to you possible. If you would like to help improve the streaming service I can provide, then the details to help at the Patreon to join the Patreon are below. I'm looking to upgrade the streaming equipment next, so that we can do commentary while we're streaming. And then after that, I'm looking to get some more cameras, so rather repair or get some better cameras because my GoPro broke, unfortunately, back in the Bristol Regional. So yes, if you'd like to help out with that, please do look below. It's any and all help is very much appreciated. So we have first snow of winter into Heads on Spikes. Now that's pretty bad for Darren at this point. Because that's basically his entire board. Can Darren hit a character? He can't. It hits a Tears of Lys.
Brother step guy.
So Kev here has 12 gold.
So it'll be -1 and 1 for the green.
So the Green Blood Trader. Going to get W's out of that because he's going to get bounced to hand in a second. And Ariane Martell hits the board. So we think we had one discarded for claim, so there's another one. So Kev managed to find another one pretty quickly. Blood Orange Grove.
Why you showed me? You know how. That's no strong after playing 2 cards.
That's always going to be a hard one. Yeah, the sheer size between the. Oh, yeah. Well, when it's. Assuming you attack with someone with a 5-card hand size. Yeah. You've got a hand size of 19. It's like, well, not much to do about that. The danger point was on the first house slate, and I still only had my 4 cards in hand. So if I could, if I hit
And Kev's going to sit there on 5 gold. So can Darren get anything out that can stick on the board? And is it worth him getting anything out that can stick on the board? And he's going to put something out. So Shoot the Walls out. Also gold spelt for Benjin. That's not a bad play actually. Because again, if this disincentivises Kev from doing a military. Because if he does military, obviously Benjin will just go back to Darren's hand. So go back into the deck, sorry, and give Darren 2 power. So that's seems a pretty good good play.
It could have been in a bit. Like I was just a flaming crater. Yeah, as it should be. Yeah, it's not quite as good.
And you know Darren's not going to be doing any aggressive challenges here.
The only problem with it is it's a single server card that literally no one has ever run one from. The guy at Euros is fine, because no one goes to one piece. One runner tonight.
So it seems like we're having a power challenge.
Is that going to be a legit deck after rotation? Most of the deck is now except for balance size. Of course,
So corn half hand and hand as well. So Darren's going to pose this challenge.
I mean, why not? Why Ket's not kid this
And Kev is going to win the challenge with the Venomous Blade. But the important thing currently for Darren is it has been opposed. I imagine it's not going to last long, so imagine that Green Blood Traders say is going to pop in a second. Do the intrigue, which will be unopposed. Oh no, it's not going to be unopposed. Oh, it looked like Darren there trolling Kev and trolling myself. I thought he had a Dolores Ed in hand. And we have a Milk of the Poppy.
You do have a few. I guess I'm done now.
Right.
Some people like it. So,
Start of Dawn. I have higher reserve.
So Darren, having high reserve, can choose to draw a card. I don't think he's going to, because he's really probably going to be discarding some cards here. Now you imagine March is probably coming next.
I'm going to have 7, so let me think about what I'm going to keep before.
Considering it's on 1 day. Same thing on the table earlier. Considering just trying to get rid of it before credits, and then when that ends, then when you have both sides of it, I got rid of it.
So, hold on.
But I think that was only a very narrow window, and then he wasn't. Yeah, so probably didn't have to discard. No, I mean, if you trash it, then next thing you just draw.
And indeed, yes, that is Eastwatch by the Sea. So after Dominance Phase begins, if you have a high reserve and your opponent draw 1 card, it gives you +1, and it gives you +1 reserve.
I would be very surprised if they don't have some softer replacements for like medium size.
So both of them still just trying to get down for taxation. And Darren correctly asking to see what is being thrown away.
Probably another Venomous Blade then.
So Venomous Blade and some of the negative attachments. We've got Nightmares, another Milk, a Steward of the Wall, and a Dragon Glass Dagger.
Positively glorious.
On to the next plot phase. So you can assume here that Kev is going to do March. Yep, March into Heads on Spikes.
So I had to try and defend. I had to see if I could defend.
War first.
Will trigger.
That area.
Triggered much.
So the March is triggered. Kev has decided that Darren's going to be first player. Can Darren hit a character? He can.
That's not Arian.
So not probably the character you wanted, but it is a
I don't want that
character.
guy at all.
So Darren now up to... Darren's now winning 4-3. Kev actually got quite a bit of power that last turn. On to the third marshalling.
Japanese today.
Darren's looking a little bit low on econ here. Could really do seeing some at least a Rose Raid or one of those absolutely phenomenal underground vaults. He's going to spend 1 for a Steward of the Wall. It looks like Darren's going to be struggling here, probably to keep board presence. I think that milk probably... milk that... First snow probably caught him unawares. So the steward's going to be knelt, and 1 gold is going to be spent. Nope. So it looks like 2 is going to be spent on a Shadow Tower Mason. And 1's going to be spent giving a practice blade to the Steward of the Wall. Interesting he didn't go for Aemon there, because it's obviously saved from the military. He's probably worried about that Venomous Blade coming in and killing another character. It would be I understand. Because obviously I think both of them, it's printed strength, so both of them are valid targets from the Venomous Blade. But right now, with Kev, that would be most of Kev's gold. So whether Kev can actually afford to do that or not is another matter. No cheap character on the board to put out first for that Venomous Blade to go to work. Or do some work even, I should say, not go to work. Because Kev only has 4 gold. He does have the reduction. But it means he couldn't, for instance, afford to put what's that one? Flea Bottom out, pay the gold to get the Green Blood Trader in, and then ambush in the Venomous Blade. He can't quite afford to that because I was doing it the reduction. And down right here, just having a quick look at the discard pile. It's always worth doing if you have opportunity. It's open information. The opponent can't say no, really. And just let them, have a look through your cards. Just get some idea what this deck's trying to do. Especially Martel, because the Martel decks can hurt you in a few different ways. So you just want to find out exactly how they're trying to hurt you. And indeed, we have Flea Bottom, and Darren then immediately has another look just to double check what can actually definitely come up from Flea Bottom. And I believe it's only the Green Blood Trader at the moment. I tell you, I completely know. Kev's actually got 4 gold here, hasn't he? Left, sorry, because I forgot about the Rose Road. So he can actually afford to get out there Green Blood Trader and then ambush in the Venomous Blade if he wanted to.
You do the work. Not me.
So sounds like, yep, Darren is indeed passing.
Green Blood Trader.
Passing. So Kev challenges. Green Blood Trader gets to trigger. Drawing a card.
Swatch goes to the east of
And we have an intrigue.
Intrigue for 1. Yeah, 3 gold.
So Darren's going to defend the challenge for free because of the wall and the practice blade.
Blades do nothing to win the challenge.
It won't, but I will get to...
Oh, you still get to kill someone.
So yeah, just talking about so the venomous blade's going to come in now. So it's probably, I imagine, he's going to kill the Shadow Tower Mason. Indeed, he is. And but the challenge is fully blocked, so Darren will get the wall this turn.
He asked me not
What if I have Iron Bank Live to do?
And Darren, as his way, is trolling Kev, saying weapons if I buy at the Iron Bank has his due. I can jump him back to hand and you feel like an idiot. So the Green Blood Trader goes to the bottom. So you imagine it's going to be another march here. Darren, though, gets a 2 power from the gold. So Darren up to 6, Kev on 3. And while that's not massively at the moment, it's something you do need to keep an eye on because Night's Watch can start getting away from you fairly quickly.
7 cards, which is my reserve.
And another negative attachment put to the discard pile. It's almost like Kev realises he's playing against Night's Watch and they're not going to do much. So into the fourth plot phase already, and obviously, bar the boards being very barren, doesn't feel like much has really happened. And we have building orders into Fallen from Favour. Good choice there, because obviously there's nothing to sacrifice. It gets the nice 7 gold.
7, 8. No, things aren't going my way. I was 2 off.
So Darren's wanting to have a quick double check of what he actually has in hand. Now, even by Night's Watch standards, there seems to be quite a low gold generation so far. I know he's not seen any econ, and that's probably really hurting Darren here. I wonder if actually he's considering, if he has seen some econ, playing out one of the econ options.
If you were first, I'd have an easy choice.
So Darren there's saying if Kev was first, he'd have an easy option here. So that sounds to me like there might be a Craven or a Milk in there.
Do you have any flea bottomable guys?
No targets.
So see Darren double checking there's no flea bottomable targets in the discard pile. No, so that's another use for Fallen from Favour to get those characters into the discard pile. And we've got a King's Road.
I was weighing the cost options between that and Underground Vault.
And Darren there saying he's weighing up the options between that and Underground Vault. So assuming here that Darren's just trying to refill the board, probably feeling a little bit behind econ wise. As I said, there does seem to be like quite a low cost curve on there. So quite a low cost curve on the plots. And they draw the 2.
Check on for something else.
So
You have played first.
I think Darren there just double checking the possibility of other Valor or obviously what other plots could potentially coming. Obviously looks like first no probably is the reset here. So the King's Raid's going to be spent and 6 gold. So a duped Crow and half hand. So that's an interesting choice there rather than going for Eamon. So the King's Raid also could be a choice because obviously what's that card? Political Disaster is quite common in the meta at the moment. So by going with the King's Roads, obviously you remove them from the board, so it gives you less of your econ to get hit. So you're kind of giving up the long-term advantage of something like a Great Hall for a short-term burst, which will stick around even after a Political Disaster is played. So Kev there getting out Arian Martel, so I believe he's probably got 4 gold left. Now, the downside here to what Darren's done is the Venomous Blade could quite easily kill the Steward of the Wall, and then that leaves Darren with just a half hand who would then get marched, as his board would be reset again. So I wonder if that's what we're going to see here.
But I think it was either Moons or Jackson, which would have been, just take the tag. I'm not sure it made that much difference, but I wasn't really sure if it was worth wasting Yeah. Well, the thing was as well, if there'd been one more turn, I was thinking to start hammering R&D because I hit like 3 medium like click. I did something and then ran R&D and lost that when it 3 medium.
So an injury coming in from Arian Martel. And again, Darren teases the Dolores Head. The challenge is defend to the Steward of the Wall, but loses the challenge. So at least the half hand around to. And Howder's taken out for game, so he's a half hand there to defend the challenge, whatever Ariane jumps in.
As soon as I saw that, I wasn't sure if it was just luck or if he'd actually put it as
The Venomous Blade's got to be jumped in here, surely. So Ian's going to trigger to bring out Nymeria. And Darren there goes to say, wait a second, I might have an action. And comes in with a military, which will be unopposed. Claim you assume would be the dupe of half hand. Oh, there's a power challenge, sorry, not a military challenge. Kev not going for the kill, interesting. So Kev's going to pay 1 for Secret Schemes, letting him draw 3 cards.
Seems a bit weak at the moment.
Then that just means that they've got to leave whatever server they're playing.
And yet the Venomous Blade comes out to kill the Steward of the Wall.
One of them good cards. One of them blue cards.
And yeah, looks like this will be the March play. So then turn Steward of the Wall is killed. Kretschberg goes back to hand. And Darren gets to draw a card with Eastwatch by the Sea. Gains power for winning Dom. And looks like we're at 6-4 maybe. Again, unfortunately can't quite tell with Kev's power play. And this is, you'd assume, going to be that March that we just talked about.
not to represent the card. Last attempt, like, wait. What's not kill? Not horribly punished.
So what do you play out here, Darren? Knowing that the half hand's going to get marched, what do you play out? You just got. I assume you've probably got to have a high goal plot in there somewhere.
Well, we've got, what is this, round 4? Yeah, so we've got 3 rounds, so basically I can lose, maybe one more game? I've got decent strength, because I checked, actually, when I last looked, I was top of the 15, I was top of the 5 and 1, because I think there's only 2 people on 18 above me. So I was third, top of the 15. So if you can get up to 9 and 5, 10 and 4 should be guaranteed. And then 9 and 5, I think maybe like what? That's not 9 and 5 should be. True, but it's top 8 though, so it's going to be. Yeah, top 8 is really harsh. I've got a feeling someone's going to ID and mess up their maths and not be in. Yeah, I kind of wish it was in top 16, but I can see why it's top 16.
Okay, so we have the next plots. We have counting coppers into Varus's riddle. So interesting, Kev there did not go for the march.
Top 8 is then. Top 8 is still, is the top 10% field, which seems fine. Top 16 might be a bit too much off the top. Yeah, I can totally see why they make the structure makes sense. It just means the last couple of rounds are like. Yeah. So
Kev choosing Darren to go first. Darren gets his 2 gold. I think I can see an underground vault in hand. Could be wrong.
Had I gone up there and I offered to ID, would you have taken it? From this point on,
how much is it?
So Fealty's knelt and 1 gold.
Yeah, I think IDing on 5.
The underground vault, which then knelt to gain 2 gold.
Oh no, like if Chris Dyer offered me this game with 5 knowledge, but yeah. Well, I mean, he's the world champion. Yeah, no, wouldn't wait. This is the best I've ever done that. Yeah, well, it's the PE deck has done pretty well so far. I played a Leela.
See a Haunted Forest in hand. I'm not sure it's going to do much right now.
Sort of thing,
Just really need to get some sort of character base down. I'd be tempted maybe go for Eamon, because that way even if the Venomous Blade somehow gets ambushed in again, Eamon can save. You can take the dupe off the half hand for military claim. And yes, you're probably not going to get the wall this turn, but I think it just seems like a stabilising turn. And we have Sam. That's core Sam. So seems to be doubling down on this +1 reserve kind of bit with the Swatch by the Sea. You're probably trying to get his hand as big as possible. So another Rose Raid played out there by Kev. So Econ is not a problem for Kev. Aria and Martel. Stop me if you've heard a Martel player set that up before.
And then he later on counter-spaded through the same combiner. Lost 1 card to it, accessed 7 cards with no cards in hand. That is just, I want to die. Yeah, that's like desperate. That's terrible. That was literally his situation. You do that if you've got like 3 tags.
So I think Kev only has 2 gold, so even if you can get that Venomous Blade back to hand, I don't think there's much you can do. So Darren again, just checking to see if there's anything in the bin. I don't believe there is, I could be wrong. And that is, yeah, exactly what Darren's saying. There is no flea bottomable targets. Kev just double checking. Again, always worth the amount of games I've played where I've assumed something's in my hand or in the discard pile. And it turns out I was completely wrong. So you assume Darren here is going to pass challenges. Half expecting him here to Nightmares Nymeria, because otherwise you're not going to be able to stop the unopposed here. Especially with all 3. And there is a Nightmares in hand.
Well, see where I go from here.
And Darren is going to Nightmares Nymeria. So you'd assume the play here from Kev is to do a power challenge with Ariane. And then jump in something to a military challenge. Can't defend both.
Well, that's the thing.
I believe Kev said power, could be wrong. Unfortunately, the announcement in the background muted Kev's voice. And indeed, there is a power challenge.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry, I'm going to go for style.
So we have the Iron Bank will have its due. So Venomous Blade doesn't get through here, but maybe Hotar does. And yep, Hotar to bounce the half hand. Moving in from the challenge. So that is now unopposed. The wall is knelt again. And the military coming in from Hotar, which would be unopposed. And I say I think you've got to take the deep of half hand here. I guess unopposed. He's gonna kill Sam. Oof. I just would fear that second march is so common in Martel. Ariane's about to bounce back down to bring in a green blood trader. Who's going to draw, use it for more draw. And here comes the unopposed intrigue. And a Tears of Lease. So probably good thing there actually that Darren didn't do how I'd have done it, because he'd been losing the half hand potentially. And Eamon is taking his claim. Actually saying that he wouldn't have, because the Sam would have defended the challenge. Would have fully defended. So half hand dupe is killed. So Darren gets to draw a card.
I've got that the same.
And Kev is bidding off a load of cards. He must have a flea boss mobile target now.
Discarded.
And again, Darren just checking to see what's discarded, and for sounds that the Hound has been put in the discard pile. We have calling the banners into Time of Plenty. So for the first time this game, Darren's going to let Kev go first. Might not be the first time actually, but one of the first times. And gets his 2 gold for calling the banners. So onto this is the 6th turn, and I think Kev's on about 8 power. Darren, we can definitely tell, is on 5. Maybe Kev's not running a second march here, and I've misjudged everything. Because I think he was running a second. Although have we seen 2 marches? I could be forgetting. We might have really seen that second march, and I might be panicking for no reason. So Darren got a nice big mitt full of hands. Ariane Martel again's played out. And Kev's going to take the opportunity to get 2 more gold from his underground vault. And so Kev's going to sit on 4 gold here. And you see a Craven in hand. Steward of the Wall.
There is too many cards in my hand for me to do maths.
So he's going to duke the wall. Because Kev, I know from seeing previous games of Kev, he's running Political Disaster. So I don't know if Darren knows that, but that's pretty much just going to, I wouldn't say save his bacon here, but Kev's about to lose a lot of cards, and Darren is going to be fairly safe. We've got duped Aemon in hand. Obviously 3 times Aemon is pretty standard in pretty much every single Night's Watch deck. And it looks like he is going to go with that. I think the cards on the right are the ones he's going to play out. So we have 1 gold spent on the Steward of the Wall. And looks like, to me, that indicates Aemon, the way Darren's put out the money, Aemon, a Shadow Tower Mason, and then some form of probably attachment, either negative or positive. Probably negative. Yeah, it would be great to put a milk on that Ariane, stop her from jumping in and out. Or maybe a Craven on... maybe the Craven can see a Craven in hand. And 2 gold spent on Aemon. With the dupe. So I think Kev might be Valerie. Sorry, Darren I think might be Valerie next. So we've got Craven on Hota. Craven on Ariane. And indeed there is a Shadow Tower Mason there. But he has also got the Haunted Forest. The Haunted Forest might do more work at this point, because then you can let one of those challenges or all important challenges go unopposed. But again, Darren might be thinking about Political Disaster. Well, either way, it's 2 gold. Either for a character or for the Haunted Forest. And we're going to go for the Shadow Tower Mason, who is immediately turned on with the 2 Cravens and the 3 locations. He's well and truly in the 3 attachments or locations or less. So we got the Hound jumped in.
This is all right.
So I think here... So I believe that was a military challenge.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And the hound's brought back to hand. The steward of the wall has taken his claim. Intrigue from the Greenblood trader. Even of the ambush and the venomous blade at this point, it won't work. And then Nymeria is going to come in for Ariane, who's going to get rid of that Craven. Take a power icon off the half hand and win an unopposed power. I believe putting Kev on 10. 10 to 4. So how brave Darren's feeling about being aggressive, I can't see it myself. Getting the half hand discarded with Gaston Grey seems like a bad move right now. Well, not discard, sorry, return to hand. So Kev's gonna so Kev wins Dom. Darren I think could have drawn a card but chose not to. And which reset is Darren running? Here's this gonna be Valor, at which point that could hurt Kev quite badly. Or is this gonna be Wildfire, at which point neither of them kind of. And we have Valor into Political Disaster. So the Valor here is going to do some pretty good work. So Political Disaster is not going to affect Darren at all, as he just chooses not to save the wall, and the other two are saved. And Kev losing pretty much all his decent, locations. There, he's lost Flea Bottom, lost Gaston Grey. Seems to have 2 Rose Rays for Econ. So Kev. So Darren can get back into this game now. Kev's board state is down, although we know he's got marched. He can, and there is no claim this turn. So Darren's going to have 4 gold. What can he do with this 4 gold? He's had the Shadow Tower in his hand for a while. I wonder if he should have possibly played the Shadow Tower earlier. I think he's going to. Because he could have probably then defended with that. So we've got so we've got the Old Forest Hunter. So he's going to start discarding some cards to gain gold. We've got a Haunted Forest. And he's got a Practice Blade. And sit on 1 gold. What can Kev get out for? Kev's got 6 gold here. Now this could be quite dicey because there's not as much Ariane can do. Kev has also kept himself. So Darren has also kept himself safe from the obviously leaving the intrigue going unopposed, because obviously the Haunted Forest are just nil. And Darren's having a look for the dead pile, looking for the discard pile. So we have the Hound brought in for 3 gold. And looks like that's going to be about it. So currently the Hound actually can't win a challenge, because no matter what he goes in for, the Haunted Forest will defend for 1. So let's get an intrigue off first. There's actually no way Kev can actually win a challenge here. Darren's going to pass challenges, because of course he is at this point. So we have a power challenge coming in from the Hound, which I imagine will be fully defended.
You win that 7.
So shout out used on the Hound just in case, because you might as well. And Treachery's going to be used on the wall.
No, my God. 1, 2, 3.
And as you remembered, Renowned on the half hand. No, he has forgot Renowned on the half hand, and because he took the power for Dom before he drew a card with Eastwatch by the Sea, he does not feel like he's able to. So now things get interesting. So I imagine Darren's going to play Heads and Spikes here, because we've obviously this is now turn 8. We've seen all his plots. So imagine Heads and Spikes. Try and get that Ariane Martel out of hand. And Darren just realised he forgot the Renowned.
I rushed that turn too much.
So he's cost himself a card draw and a power there.
Alright, if I lose because of that Miss Renown, I hate it. Just so you're aware.
Kev's probably going to go for the first snow here. Oh, go for the long plan. Long plan into Heads and Spikes. So Darren's going to get to let Kev go first again here. And we hit Ariane Martell. That's a big hit. So Darren up to 7 power here. The comeback could be on.
Ariane's get Heads and Spikes.
I missed 2 triggers last turn that might have been quite important. I'm quite a long way behind in power, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get ahead of him. This is going to be our last round.
Was it 14-7?
13.
Oh, so just fortunately I turned up at this point, and Kev's actually on 13 power. Kev was really close to closing this out.
If we blitz through this round, we can have one more time.
So Darren here's going to try and play through. Just saying this, going to try and play through this round as fast as possible, because then he thinks he can. He thinks he might be able to get another round and then pull this out.
Let me rush you.
The Red Vipers in Kev's hand. That might not be a bad card to play out at this point, because there's at least 2 characters there that won't be able to defend from him. And so he's going to go with Tyrion. Kev's going to get 2 gold. Darren's going to get 2 gold from these from the Underground Vault. And 5 gold spenders. So it's going to be Benjen. Indeed, it is. So we've got pre-transactions. Looks like, yep, Darren has got the Nightmares. Nightmares is good English there, Davey. Uses Nightmares on Tyrion to stop the stealth and stop the gold gain. So now Kev has got to play just bog standard thrones, and that board state in front of him is not what he wants to be seeing right now. Darren saying he doesn't think he can win this turn, and that's probably going to have to concede. But he's saying Darren has really pulled this back. If Darren could potentially get one more turn in, you could see him winning this game. So we've got intrigue coming in from the so we've got an intrigue coming in here from Mr. Raymond, which won't be enough to win the challenge, unfortunately, because but it depends whether Kev's more worried about the winning power. He's not. He's going to let it go. He's going to get it through. He's going to block it. So half hand in for a power challenge, and then the other 2 in for a military. So military for 7. Which will be opposed. Nope, won't be opposed. That's going to go unopposed. Claim's going to... That's a tough one. Claim's going to be Tyrion.
I don't think I would.
And then we've got power going to come in from the half hand.
Okay, so if I oppose this, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Am I actually going to lose because I missed that renown?
And Darren Hersing, he may lose because he forgot that renown last turn. Let's see, if he wins this power challenge, he gets 2 power, 2 for the wall, puts Darren on 12. And Kev on 12. Kev would then win Dom. Obviously, Darren could discard a card here to gain a goal to tie.
I believe that puts it to 13.
So it's going to be opposed. Darren wins, so claim. Oh, of course, yes, because he lost, so he gains a gold for losing a challenge. I think that's so yes. So Darren can't get enough gold to be able to win Dom. So 2 gold there for 2 power there from the wall puts Darren on 12. Kev is on 12, wins Dom, puts him on 13, and yes, that missed power. Bloody hell, that missed renown just cost Darren this game. Well done, guys. That was a slow burner, but really ended up being a cracker at the end. Well, guys, thanks very much for coming by. Come back for round 5, and as always, it has been emotional.